From translation, Net New English Translation. This 270th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Habakkuk, Zephaniah. Habakkuk chapter 1, verses 1 to 19. The prophecy that Habakkuk the prophet received. How long, O Lord, must I cry for help, but you do not listen? I cry out to you, violence, but you do not intervene. Why do you show me such injustice? Why do you tolerate such wickedness? Destruction and violence are right before me. There is strife and conflict all around. For this reason the law is ineffective, and justice does not prevail. For the wicked surround the righteous, the law is warped, and justice is perverted. Look at the nations and observe, be utterly astounded. For a work is being done in your days that you would not believe if you were told. For look, I am raising up the Chaldeans, that bitter and impetuous nation that marches through the breadth of the land, seizing dwelling places not their own. They are terrifying and fearsome. Their justice and dignity emanate from themselves. Their horses are faster than leopards and more agile than wolves in the desert. Their horsemen prance proudly. Their horsemen come from a distant land. They fly like an eagle swooping down to devour. They all come to do violence. Their faces radiate heat like the desert sun. They gather prisoners like sand. They mock kings and laugh at rulers. They make fun of all the fortified cities, for they build siege ramps and capture them. Then they sweep by like the wind and pass on, but they are guilty. Their strength is their God. O Lord my God, my Holy One, will you not take vengeance on them? O Lord my God, my King, will you not make judgment for your people? Your eyes are too pure to see evil, and you are too strong to resist injustice. So why do you permit traitors to prevail? Why are you silent while the wicked destroy those who are more righteous than they? You have made humankind fragile like insects. How then can they live? The wicked drag the innocent into the net. They catch them in their trap, they drag them away with a rope. For this reason they sacrifice to their net and burn incense to their dragnet. For by these things their share is rich and their food plentiful. Will they then continue to empty their nets and mercilessly slaughter the nations? Their silver and gold will not be able to rescue them. On that day of the Lord's wrath, the whole land will be consumed by fire. For it will be a day of complete destruction, like when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah along with their neighboring towns. The earth will be completely laid waste, it will be totally plundered, for the Lord has spoken this word. Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 1 to 20. I will stand watch and post myself on the city wall. I will wait for night, I will wait till the morning. Then I will respond to whatever question you have. The Lord responded. Write down this vision, clearly inscribe it on tablets so the reader may run with it. For the vision is yet to be fulfilled at the appointed time. It rushes toward its end, it will not be false. If it delays, wait for it, it will surely come. It will not be late. Look, the one whose spirit is arrogant and presumptuous will be sure to fall, for the righteous one will live by his faith. Moreover, wine betrays this one, who is haughty and arrogant. He keeps his bed as wide as Sheol, like death, and he can never be satisfied. He gathers all nations to himself, and piles up all peoples like innumerable heaps of grain. Will not all of these nations then mock him? Will not his mockers have scathing taunts? For how long will plunderers plunder? How long will those who are weighed down with goods commit violence? Because you have plundered many nations, plunder will be done to all who plunder you, because of bloody crimes against the land and the cities and all their residents. Woe to the one who builds his palace by unrighteousness, and his upper rooms by injustice, who makes his neighbors work for nothing, and does not pay them for their work, who builds his house like a fortress, at the cost of many lives, who collects the land revenue of his house. The Lord has spoken. Because of your sins against the Lord, who fired up a fire in Tyre, it will surely consume you like the dry thatch. Woe to the one who builds a city by bloodshed, who founds a town by violence. Look, will not the Lord all-powerful do such things? Peoples will toil for the fire, and nations exhaust themselves for nothing. For the earth will be completely overlaid with darkness by its inhabitants, and will be totally consumed by the vines. Woe to the one who gives a drink from his jar to his companion, who makes him drunk with a cup of wine, so that he can mock him because of his nakedness. You will be filled with shame instead of glory. So drink and reveal your own nakedness. The cup of the Lord's right hand will be turned on you, and utter humiliation will fall on your glory. For the violence done to Lebanon will overwhelm you, and the destruction of animals will horrify you, because of the bloodshed against the land, the cities, and all their residents. What use is an idol if it is just a piece of craft made by a silversmith? What use is an idol made of gold? The cup is in the Lord's hand. It will turn on you, and dregs will fall on your glory. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him. Habakkuk chapter 3, verses 1 to 21. The Habakkuk the prophet received this prayer. O Lord, I have heard a report of you. I have seen what you can do, O Lord. Revive your work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make it known. In wrath remember mercy. God came from Teman, the Holy One from Mount Paran. His glory covered the skies, and his praise filled the earth. His splendor was like the sunrise. Rays came forth from his hand, and this was the hiding place of his power. Before him went pestilence, and plague followed right behind him. He stood and shook the earth. He looked and made the nations jump. The eternal mountains scattered. The perpetual hills bowed low. His ways are eternal. I saw the tents of Cushan in distress. The tent covers of Midian quaked. Was the Lord angry with the rivers? Was your anger directed at the streams? Was your wrath directed at the sea, that you rode on its back and your horses on its chariot? You unveiled your bow, you called for many arrows. Selah, the mountains saw you and quaked. A torrent of water swept by, the deep roared. The clouds lift up their thunder, they are crossing over to the sides of the earth. The sun and moon stood still in their orbit. At the light of your arrows they moved, at the bright light of your flashing spear. You marched across the earth with rage. You trampled down nations with fury. You went out to deliver your people, to deliver your special one. You crushed the head of the leader of evil, stripping him from head to foot. You pierced the head of his warrior with his own spear. His warriors stormed forward to scatter him. They joyfully plundered the plunder. You trampled the sea with your horses, churning up many waters. I heard and my stomach churned. The lips of my mouth quivered with fear. Let my legs fall weak from under me, and let me rest in my terror. For though the fig tree does not bud, and there is no grape on the vines, or the olive tree does not produce its fruit, or the fields do not produce food, or there are no sheep in the pen, or no goats in my possession, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be happy in the God of my salvation. The sovereign Lord is my source of strength. He gives me speed like a deer, and enables me to climb up the mountains of prey. This is the conclusion of Habakkuk's prayer. The Lord will make righteousness and praise spring up before all the nations.